I expect you to obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Let's have a good fight. Touch them up.
One of the great notions in boxing is the romance of seeing a future champion at a tender young age. The 21-year-old on the right side of the screen gets his toughest test right now. PBC on Spike starts now. Those of you who regularly watch PBC on Spike remember our December show about a week before Christmas. Gervonta Davis went 9 rounds but extended his knockout streak. Guys, these are super featherweights, and yet he shows power to knock out his last 5 opponents. And undoubtedly, at some point, we'll look for it here tonight.
But they had that equalizer, and that's that knockout punch, and that's why the boxing world is so excited about this young man, as well as Floyd Mayweather.
The crowd reacted well to Gervonta Davis's announcement. He's from Baltimore, about a 40-minute drive from where we sit, or 40-mile drive, I should say. Never count on beltway traffic like that. Fans want to let you know to download the free Spike app with full episodes of your favorite shows anywhere, anytime for free. Now available at the App Store and
fights
on
with that
Google
kind of style.
Play.
Likes to get in the pocket, throw a lot of body punches, and wear guys out. The problem is, I think when it comes to power, he's outmatched in this fight. He might have to change to more of a boxing style. Let's see if he does it.
He can win this fight 2 different ways. He can come out and hit him with a big punch, knock him out, or win by a dominating performance, because he just feels that Davis hasn't faced those caliber opponents.
Davis dives in with a couple of lefts and finally fires a right. Wild swing there. Avila
Isn't the kind of fight Avila wants, a toe-to-toe power punch kind of brawl. I don't think he can win that way against Davis, because Davis can hit.
Whispers if he's going to stay in this fight. I don't see the fundamental basis. Where's the jab? Where's the quick jab to get everything working off of? Everything is a knockout potential punch.
One of his nicknames.
The Tank. Said it was actually a coach in his youth who just said his head was as big as a tank. And the rest of his fighting style kind of developed into the overall. Tank Head was the original nickname. And he goes to the head here in the final seconds of round number 1. Follows up with a combination and a confident look at the end of the first. Sitting ringside, Floyd Mayweather just sitting over to our right. We expect to hear from Floyd during this 2-hour edition of PBC on Spike. You don't want to miss what Floyd might just tell us in a while.
I'd like to see the jab get a little more busier and set up.
A lot of guys, we see it, they get a reputation and they kind of fall into that, always looking for the knockout, always wanting to please the crowd. And that was a good shot.
Yep, and the squint, Davis was bothered by that.
Make no mistake, guys, he may be the underdog, but Avila came to fight tonight.
Undoubtedly, I mean, like I said, I love the way he approached, and he approached this fight with the confidence of saying, hey, I got a shot here.
Because one man's easy fight, the other guy's great opportunity. Exactly. He's making the most of it. One thing in the fight against Luis Sanchez, his last time in PBC in front of us.
You know, you remember when Shane Mosley landed the best punch anybody ever landed on Floyd. It's what's determined how great of a champion you are.
Southpaw orthodox, that's going to happen.
And, you know, what I see here, they're trading punches. It's also getting some shots in. But Davis definitely landing the power bombs.
Yeah.
You're definitely fighting with that Mexican style, that Tijuana style, in your face, trying to wear him down. Not backing up. Good right hand.
Some wild shots missing, some connecting here as the second round comes to an end.
While we were in the commercial break, we weren't talking about the headbutt champ. We were talking about the right hands of Avila. You know,
Avila, known as El Borrego, the sheep in Spanish. He said it was a relative that noticed he had curly hair as a kid. Although with a nickname like the sheep when you're growing up, you better be tough in the playground.
The reason we're seeing so many off-balance shots is they're throwing power shots over the top against the guy in the opposite stance. You land a few punches, you know you can do it. I think Avila's at that point where he knows he can do it. You see he's confident. He's throwing like he has a lot of confidence. It's because he's landing. They land 1 for 1. The power is to Davis. I think he has him caught under the eye.
Just cut Avila. And Davis thinks he might have something here in round number 3. A big cut exploded on the face of Avila. There was an uppercut that snuck in quickly, and look at the blood that came out of Avila's face immediately after that follow-up punch by Davis. He may have just broken his nose. An enormous gash under the left eye of Avila. You look at the replay that showed how it happened. What does Davis do in the final 10 seconds of round number 3?
In that same punch, he ended it. We seen his last fight with. That uppercut, vicious.
That cut is going to be trouble for the rest of the fight, however long it lasts. Gervonta Davis extending himself and doing big damage in round 3.
Avila fought back even though he was injured and he was hurt. That shows the heart of a champion. Now he just can't get hit with that punch again.
And what it generally does is creates a sense of urgency for both guys. Davis is fighting like he can get him out of there.
Yep. Avila, best in the body, tried to follow up with a combination upstairs. Davis unfazed.
Look like it's bleeding.
No, you know what? I expected it to be huge here at the beginning of round number 4. The amount of blood that I expected has not been that way. Certainly disfigured and discolored. Virtually left cheek of Avila. Gervonta Davis piling up points. The crowd reacts to it and bombs away for Davis.
All that confidence we saw in Avila in the first couple rounds has dissipated because of that cut. That body shot hurt him.
Big body shots. Borrego drops back down to cover up his midsection, exposes the head. The crowd senses something here.
Look at the heart of Avila, though. This guy's fighting back. He knows this is a chance of a lifetime.
Which he may have been doing over the last 15 seconds without throwing a punch. There are still 45+ seconds with which to work in the 4th.
And back against the ropes, he's hurt. You gotta put punches together, combination punches. I think it's a lost art in boxing.
Davis is tired at this moment, Antonio.
Say it again.
He's tired right now?
Well, I mean, he definitely...
I mean, Avila, you don't just shake off a body shot like that. That was right on the liver. That hurts you for rounds.
Yeah, most definitely. But again, that young man is still in there fighting. But he got to get his hands up.
Oh, and a couple big lefts and a right, and a left and a right. This could be a stoppage. Final seconds of the round. You cannot be saved by the bell. Avila stays up through the bell. Wow. I thought we were moments away from a stoppage, guys.
That would have been a bad time for a stoppage because the fighter was still in the fight.
Look at the wind-up.
The subtlety is gone in this fight. It's about Davis believing he can get Avila out of there. Man, he was almost right at the end round. Look at these shots.
I think the ropes are holding him up there, guys. But
I love that combination when he put a 3-punch combination in between that instead of loading up with 1 shot at a time.
As well you should. Okay. Well you should, champ.
He would have dropped that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
you guys are the experts. Avila proved your point by staying up through the belt.
And he comes out swinging.
If he's able to get back into this fight, man, he owes his cornermen, because when you can come out and not be bleeding until you get hit in that spot, that's a good job.
Good cut, man. Very good.
Davis just known for his power. There are legends about him sparring with partners, getting ready for a fight, using 4 different sparring partners, getting ready for one of his young professional fights. Reportedly broke all 4 of their noses in training sessions.
I believe it, because they all got hit with that uppercut.
But one thing you have to keep in mind, boxing is very cultural. It's culturally defined. Whenever you take on a guy who you tell him, I don't care if his head comes off in between rounds, he's going to come out swinging. Yeah. Don't think you have this guy done yet. Very, very tough boxers out of there. One of the best. One of the best of all time.
Get yourself a break and get back to your corner so they can help you recuperate
in punching power of Davis. Might be seeing a little fatigue in Davis this round because not showing the activity he did in round 4.
Some showboating here as you cannot be saved by the bell. We're going to hear the bell during the count.
Hey! You all right? You all right?
He says he's good to go. As soon as she brings him back to the middle, there is the bell. Back live in Washington, D.C., upper right-hand corner of your screen, the punch that caused the knockdown at the end of the round.
And he's taking a round off, he's recuperating a bit, and then bang, a few seconds left in the round, he turns it on. Avila just wasn't ready.
But that punch came different than he up with, and he was trying to make a power punch. It just came off in the rip. 1-2. It was.
Well, we knew Avila needed to show something at the beginning of the round to stay in it, and now Davis thinks he's got him done, and Michelle Myers has seen enough. It is over. Gervonta Davis bounces up and down on the ropes and scores his 6th straight knockout.
Impressive, champ.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of his speed. Man, that's what he needs to work for him. The power is there. It's natural. Let those hands go in combination fashion.
As quick as a tank can shoot its armaments, and at the DC Armory, fight number 1 on PBC on Spike is a knockout.
29 seconds into round number 6, the winner by TKO, still undefeated, Gervonta "The One" Davis.